Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned into the Griffin Sports Net to watch the Varsity boys soccer game between the Glendale Preparatory Academy Griffins and the Parker High School Bronx from Parker, Arizona. I'm Phil Weeb.
And I'm Miss Rigger.
And once again, you are live with the Griffin Sports Net. We should be having the national anthem shortly, as well as the starting lineups.
Griffin Stadium for tonight, the Glendale Prep Griffins and the Parker Broncos. At this time, we please ask that you rise for the singing of our...
And at this time, we will go to the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And we are in the midst of the Parker High School Bronx starting lineup. They've got Beto Laraga, Ezra Martinez, Brian Bajorquez, Ramon Hernandez, Malcolm Elmer, Jose Aguayo, Nata Morales, Tito Villafana, Giovanni Hernandez, Divit Baja, and Pepe Villafana. And the Bronx are coached by Rayleigh Merritt and Heavenly Sam. And now our Glendale Prep starting lineup.
Number 10, Dante Gonzalez. Number 12, senior J.R. Valenzuela. Number 11, Silas McRoy. Number 22, junior Adam Edmondson. Number 7, junior Joe Sentakovich-Gibo. Number 9, junior Grant Wright. Number 8, junior Tyler Page. Number 4, junior Jason Butterworth. Number 6, freshman Hudson McDonald.
Sophomore number 18, Joe Harris.
Sophomore number 13, Jacob Brendan.
Freshman number 15, Caden Nichols.
Number 15, freshman Caden Nichols.
Ebo.
Number 5, freshman Jake Sensikovich-Gibo.
Here's our coach tonight by head coach Leo Link.
And the Griffins are coached tonight by head coach Leo Lankford. All right, Ms. Reuger, so tell us about these teams' records.
So it seems like it's going to be an evenly matched game. The overall record for GP right now is 2-9.
All right.
And Parker is 1-9.
Okay.
So looking at the teams they've played, pretty consistent outcomes with all of the overlapping games. We're looking at a 3-way tie for goals scored on GP side. Jason Butterworth with 6, Caden Nichols with 6, and JR with 6.
All right.
So we'll see if one of those can pull away tonight and take the front spot.
And is this a region game for the Bronx and the Griffins?
I believe it is. Let me double check.
And the Bronx are all the way out here from distant Parker, Arizona. Looks like the Griffins will start with possession, and they're playing the north side of the field to start. And I gotta say, this is one of the most exciting games for me to announce because the Parker High School has kindly provided us with a roster that includes nicknames for all of their players. I don't know if these are self-appointed or coach-appointed, but they sure add a lot of flavor. So hopefully for all of the families tuning in from Parker, if I say anything crazy, I'm only reporting on what the coach's roster has given me. All right, here's Joe Sensikovich-Gibo. Several attacking Bronx take that ball away from him. Butterworth. Attempted pass back to, I want to say, is that Hudson McDonald? Number 8. No, that's Mr. Tyler Page. Back to the keeper, Joe Ferris. And that ends up out of bounds. Looks like a GP throw-in to come by Adam Edmiston. Call by the ref here. I'm not sure if it was a handball, but in any case, free kick for GP. Looks like this is going to be... who was that on the kick? Number 6, is that Hudson McDonald? Or was that Hudson Grotti? Usually Grotti wears 6, but
Yeah, it does look.
oh wait. Oh, it was correction. It was Page again. Number 8. The 6 and the 8 look so similar. And here's Parker. Looks like number 11. That would be Giovanni Hernandez. Oh, actually, no. Okay, so these numbers are really hard to read on the Parker side. That was actually number 14. That's Tito Villafana. Nickname Lil Man.
So an update, this is a region game.
Excellent.
So this one really matters.
And are we back-to-back in regional rankings right now between GP and Parker?
So Parker is ranked number 9.
Okay.
And let's see, GP is ranked 6. So actually, no.
Parker throw-in by Nada Morales. And it ends up going out of bounds. We're going to have a GP throw-in. It looks like the intended target was number 9 on the Parker side, Brian Bajorquez. And Butterworth trying to break away.
Give and go off of JR. Back into the center to JR. He turns the ball. Strikes the ball off of the defender, and it's picked up by the goalkeeper.
That was Ezra the Tank Martinez who used his body to deflect the ball out of the box.
brought down by Jake Sensakovic-Gibo to the goalkeep, but goalkeep Joe Ferris passes the ball out of bounds.
All right, throw in once again by Brian Bojorquez, who has the appellation The Monk. How do you think he got that one? Monk-like focus, stoicism.
Maybe he doesn't talk much.
Maybe
It's like
laconic, yeah.
Vow of silence, maybe?
Vow of simplicity, perhaps. Yeah. All right, I like it.
Oh.
Foul on Parker. Griffins with the free kick.
All right, so it sounds like we could be looking at a free kick here. I didn't see what the call was, but it looks like Butterworth's going to take this one for GP, and that's certainly in the danger zone, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Someone with a leg like Butterworth, who is already one of our 3 scoring leaders, could easily score off this.
You want heads in the box, though. And that's played out of bounds, or out of the box.
Yep. The goalie got his glove on it, deflected it out, and then able-minded defender cleared it out of the box. Shot on goal, but wide. Who was that with the shot?
Sam Squires.
Yeah. All right,
Just wide.
Yeah, freshman Sam Squires there on the attack. Pepe Villafana, keeper for the Bronx side, taking the goal kick. Ends up. Go ahead, Mr.
Brought
Berger.
down by Joe Sensakovic-Gibo, played up by Adam Edmiston to Caden Nichols, number 15 freshman.
Oh.
Tyler Page taking it all
maneuver.
the way.
And that ended up in the net. I
right.
don't think we've seen a scoring effort at home by Tyler Page, who's usually more on the defensive end of things.
Yeah,
so
he is. He took it all the way through
good
there.
footwork there. He's a junior, correct?
Yes.
All right, so that.
And captain.
Oh, yeah. Co-captain, right, with Joe SG and Butterworth? Or
Butterworth, yeah.
All right, so the time on the clock is 34 minutes, 34 seconds, and the score is 1 Griffins, 0 Bronx.
Cleared out by the Bronx defense.
Hudson McDonald. A lot of pressure from the Bronx midfield.
Jason to Joe Sensakovic-Gibo, battles with for the ball, back to Jason, out to Hudson McDonald. Hudson finds space across to Sam Squires. Sam tries to pass off the outside, but gets picked up by the Bronx.
And it looks like Sensakovic-Gibo might have taken a hit to the face, but he's back on his feet. Or the knee. I honestly can never tell with soccer players. All right, free kick awarded to GP for that one. Here's Butterworth.
Beautiful. And
Whose head was that off? Was that Sam Squires?
Caden Nichols.
Could it have been J.R. Valenzuela?
I'm not sure. Yeah, there was three bodies in the box. I mean,
Yeah.
It was perfect, absolutely perfect. That's what you want. Beautiful kick by Jason Butterworth, and
Yep.
they put it away.
If you're one of the viewers at home logged into YouTube chat and you happen to see which number that was, leave that in the chat so we can give credit where it's due. But in any case, the score is now 2 Griffins, 0 Bronx.
We no longer have a chat.
Oh, the chat function's been disabled. All right.
Yeah.
So.
We'll blame George Klein for that.
All right. Well, rest in peace, live chat. We barely knew you. Long pass by Jason Butterworth, and then off the head into the goal.
I thought it was JR. I'm going to go with that one. If I'm wrong,
All right.
I'm sure someone will tell me.
Yep. JR, one of our 3 scoring leaders right now. And here come the Bronx, hoping to break away and score. That looks like number 14, Tito Villafana.
Scooped up by goalkeeper Joe Ferris. Edmondson back to Tyler Page, up into the middle, picked up by number 1 on the Bronx side.
That's not a crazy legs Morales. Edmiston.
Brought down by number 9.
Brian Bojorquez.
Pass back.
And we're back with crazy legs.
Sam
But Squires takes it away.
up to Joe Sensakovic-Kibo. A through pass. JR is there.
And no offside call that I see, and it just barely rolls in. The defender was not able to chase that one out of the box before it crossed the line. So that was a senior, J.R. Valenzuela, with maybe his second goal of the night. Score now standing at 3 Griffins, 0 Bronx.
Joe Sensakovic-Gibo on the outside, looking for help. He turns the ball
Morales.
instead.
Trying to hunt him down.
Off on number 6 on the Bronx side.
I don't see a number 6 on
Is it
their
5
roster. I have no 5 here either, so a mystery man wearing a different jersey number. Ooh. And that ends up with number 9, Brian the Monk Bojorquez.
Jason Butterworth attempts to bring it down, goes out of bounds. We'll have a Bronx throw in. Hudson to Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Lots of pressure on his back. I would have called that as a foul. Back to goalkeeper Joe Ferris. Kicks it out of the air.
Yep. Accurate boot for not having much time to set that one up.
Good pressure by Joe Sensakovic-Gibo.
And Morales looking for Jovani Hernandez.
Picked up by Sam Squires. Up the line intended for Caden Nichols. It's back with the Bronx. Hudson McDonald out to the outside, Sam Squires.
Looks like a pass intended for perhaps Sensakovic-Gibo.
Brought down by
Ends up-
Jake Sensakovic-Gibo. Jason up and over JR. But booted out of bounds. Not quite. Nope, still in.
And that defensive effort was by Ezra the Tank Martinez.
Shot by Jason Butterworth, deflected by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, chopped right
Another
out of
shot.
the goal by Pepe Villafana.
Second shot was by Sam Squires, but hit the side of the net.
All right, looks like Villafana will be taking another goal kick here.
It'll be a Bronx throw-in.
Yep, looks like Tito Villafana taking the throw in.
Pressured by Sam Squires. Got that away from him and back to Joe and then Adam Edmiston.
Page to right. Right up to Butterworth. Sensakovic Gibo, the elder, back out to Edmiston.
Joe Sensakovic Gibo. Jason Butterworth. Was an attempt at a through ball. Caden Nichols ends up passing it out. JR in the center.
And it looks like some sort of call. Looks like that will be against the Griffins in favor of Parker. So although the ball ended up in the net, no goal there. Play had already stopped before the kick.
I'm guessing a handball.
Likely, yeah. It looked like a handball, yeah. Looks like this is Jose Aguayo.
Brought down by JR. There's a lot of passing, a lot of connection for Glendale Prep, but we also know that Tyler was able to dribble through the center right around people. So, I don't know. I guess if I was their coach, I would tell them, you know, take the ball, start moving it.
Oh, Butterworth, some fancy footwork there. Here he goes. Deflected out of bounds by Parker.
We're stopping for subs.
Jacob Rendon enters the game for the Griffins for number 15, Caden Nichols.
All right, freshman Nichols leaving the pitch as Jacob Rendon, a sophomore, comes on.
JR passes through the center.
Looks like Rendon is playing an attacking role today, which is new for him at home. I have not seen him playing on the offensive side yet. Hudson McDonald.
Pass to the center.
And doesn't quite find its target. Jacob Rendon unable to shoot a one-timer into the goal.
It's passed out. Joe Sensakovic Gibo. Long shot. And just wide of the goal. "25 minutes left in the first half of the game between Parker High School and Glendale Prep Academy. So far, the goals are 3 for Glendale Prep, 0 for Parker. Headed by JR.
And Squires supporting Rendon here on the offensive effort.
Gets the ball around into the
Big
center.
kick to center. Butterworth trying to ground that ball. Out to Joe Sensakovic Gibo.
Sort of shot, bounced around in the center.
Yeah, hit a few defenders on the way in. And Parker hoping to turn the tide here. Number 11, Jovani Hernandez.
To 14.
That's Tito Villafana. Appears to have switched which wing he's on. Trying to make his way around Sensakovic Gibo. Back up to Hudson McDonald.
JR gets the ball there. Passes back to Grant, right? JR gets the ball, takes it off the foot of number 7. He's got some space. He's got 2 helpers up with him. But that gets stripped off his foot by the Bronx defense. Number 1 on the Bronx side.
Yeah, number 1 is Nada Morales.
Out to, I'm not sure what this number is on the far side. Could be 4. Not sure. 11 out to the outside to number 14. To 3. And that is out of bounds on the near side.
Okay, thrown by Grant Wright up to Jason Butterworth.
Jason finds space in the center. A through pass. JR has space. Again, he has 2 helpers. He passes long.
All the way to Squires.
Squires
and right
puts
into
it
the
in
net.
Jamie Squires with the goal.
All right, that assist was by J.R. Valenzuela, and that goal brought to you by Sam Squires, a freshman on the GP side. Griffin's score now standing at 4, Parker Bronx 0.
And that's going to be a corner kick for Glendale Prep.
All right, always exciting to see a corner kick. Looks like they've selected junior Jason Butterworth to take the shot. And cleared out by Bronx defense, temporarily at least. And out off Hudson McDonald. And cleared out of bounds for a GP throw, and looks like number 22, Adam Edmiston, will take this one.
Jason to Joe Sensakovic-Kibo. Back to Adam Edmiston, who opts all the way back to Joe Ferris. Back to Edmiston of the sideline, and that rolls off his foot out of bounds.
That's maybe the 3rd or 4th time Griffin's defense have opted for a riskier pass back to keeper. I wonder if they've been really practicing that, because it looks like it hasn't stressed out Ferris at all to be receiving all those balls back. And big pass by Bronx defense up to the forefront. We've got number 14, Tito Villafana, looking to break through. Here he is again. And he bounces past Ferris, but very good screen there by Griffin's defense.
Jason Sokovic-Kibo plays fast out to Grant, Grant to Hudson, Hudson up to Jason Butterworth. Jason up the center, but returned.
Yeah, that ended up with number 21, Ezra the Tank Martinez. And some fancy play here by Jake Sensakovic-Kibo. And with the Tank once more. All the way back. Good form with his knee down there.
It's a little windy tonight. That ball, it sailed and then it kind of came back.
Yeah, it's a lot colder than our last game at this time.
Pass through to Hudson McDonald. Hudson up and over. JR can get a foot on it. He's got some options. He drops back to Grant Wright. Jason in the center. Battles for the ball a bit.
And Jake Sensakovic-Kibo picks up a missed pass there by Butterworth. Back to Butterworth. Back to Sensakovic-Kibo. Good header by Page there.
Actually,
And-
that looked like it hurt.
Oh.
That wasn't
Well,
a good one.
good effect, probably painful in form. Yeah. We're so glad these boys are willing to sacrifice their bodies to move a ball down the field.
see if he can walk in a straight line. He's acting normal. It's good.
Yeah, his test scores will be down by 1 letter grade average at the end of quarter, but it was worth it because they played the game.
Grant to Jason Butterworth, finding space.
And number 6 slips in, steals that one away from Joe Sensikovich-Ebo. Don't have a name on this roster for number 6.
That number could literally be 5, 3, 8, or 6. I have no idea.
The Parker numbers, which are gold on white, are a little hard to read at twilight, like we're experiencing here right now.
Hudson into the center.
Joe Sensikovich-Ebo, too much power, up and over, and a little bit wide.
We have about 17 minutes left in the first half of the game against Parker. Glendale Prep is winning at this point with 4 goals. It'll be a throw in. Sam Squires to Joe Sensikovich-Ebo. Back to Squires. Squires has such a good leg on the outside. That finds Hudson. McDonald, he just...
Too much power.
Yeah. And I think it might be in the street.
He was shooting at a goal out in Planeta Lane. And some athletic man has just gone flying over our fence to retrieve that ball. Many thanks to him.
Peter Nichols enters the game for number 12, J.R. Donville.
JR takes the bench as Caden Nichols takes his spot up top. Jason Butterworth.
Oh, big bump there.
Oh, and that's good.
Looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
a call on
Yeah.
that bump.
Yeah, the defender on that side just grabbed him and held on real tight. So that's going to be a foul and a penalty kick.
Butterworth. Oh, it looks like it is called right outside the box, actually. Still in the danger zone, though.
Yeah.
With Butterworth on the kick. Bronx defense falling in to form the human wall, my favorite part of soccer.
I think Jason might be able to do this one. Keep his head down.
Slip
And that
through
one in there.
along the ground, right into the corner of the net. Another goal by Jason Butterworth, bringing the score to 5 Griffins, 0 Bronx of Parker. And number 11, Jovani Suavecito Hernandez, up to number 14, Tito Villafana. Shot on goal.
Scooped up by Joe Ferris.
Yeah, it's his second or third save of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For a sophomore, he's had a lot of playing time. Joe Ferris in the goal.
He had a lot of playing time as a freshman, too, as one of our
Yeah.
two keepers, both freshmen. We don't have Caleb Bonesier in the net this year, right?
Nope.
No. So exclusively Joe Ferris playing the keeper role. And what happened here? Did Grant Rice miss that pass?
Yeah.
All right.
Just rolled over his foot. The ground is so hard today.
Bad throw call here, so that throw will be redone, but by GP.
Lucky break.
Yep. Grant Wright gets it back pretty much where he lost it, so all's well that ends well.
Good
Big throw. But it ends up right with Joe Sensikovich-Ebo, though that is quickly taken away by Hernandez. Wright fighting it out with number 14, Villafana.
Jake Sensakovic-Guba brings the ball down, out to Grant. Grant up to Hudson McDonald.
Here's Jacob Rendon. And his attempt ends up wide of the goal.
So my sources on the ground
Oh, yeah.
tell me that the second goal that we thought might be JR.
That was off the head of someone.
Yeah, the score table says, and they have a better sight because we have a big light in between us and the goal.
It's true. We're also up on a roof, and we're mere teachers, so we barely know anything.
So the score table said that Jason Butterworth kicked that in. It was just,
Oh, you're
it's
kidding.
all
That
him.
was a direct to the goal. No heads involved. Well, all right.
That's what they
Very
said.
good, Jason Butterworth.
So he has scored twice tonight. Once about 8 minutes in, and then just now.
He's a newly crowned GP scoring leader for the moment then, with 8 goals in season. It was a beautiful kick.
It was, yeah. I didn't know he could do that. Good job, Jason.
Well, he gets better every year. So, all right, here's Viafana once again.
Grant gets that up to Hudson McDonald. Hudson into Jason Butterworth. Cleans up his own pass and takes off
Nice long low to the ground pass.
to
Rendon.
Jacob Rendon.
And who's this? That Caden Nichols, perhaps?
Yes.
Yes. Rendon deflected out. Looks like we are going to see a corner kick here, perhaps taken by freshman Sam Squires. Bit breezy up here.
Sammy Squire kicked the corner kick really briefly.
All right, here's Squires. And that ends up right in the hands of the Bronx keeper. That's Pepe Viafana.
That'll be a Bronx throw.
Mm-hmm. Viafana. Intercepted by Jake Sensakovic-Gibo.
Jake again up to Hudson McDonald. Has lots of space. Sam Squires up and over.
Here's Caden Nichols looking for an opportunity. Fighting it out with the keeper. And the keeper takes that one with authority.
Jake to Tyler. Tyler up to Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Back to Jason. Takes it to the outside. Hudson McDonald.
And McDonald makes an attempt, but it's deflected off trajectory by the keeper. Long shot by Butterworth.
Into the chest of the goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm. That's Pepe Viafana representing the Bronx side in the net.
Good run by number 11 on the Bronx side.
Yeah, that's Jovane Suavecito Hernandez.
Hudson McDonald into the center. Sam Squires out to the outside.
Big rush by Nichols here. Thwarted by the defender.
Pass back to Jason Butterworth.
Thwarted again by a defender.
See if we can see his number.
I suspect that's number 7, Jose Aguayo. Oh, what was the call here, Miss Reuger?
I don't know. I was writing down number 7.
All right, well, in any case, some sort of foul called against the Bronx side, and Butterworth taking the shot for GP. Nice curve to that.
Yeah.
McDonald takes an attempt, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, just wide. Jason's having a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the Bronx, seeing who is playing exceptionally well, who's giving Glendale Prep the most trouble.
Who do you think?
So far, number 7, I think, is doing
7,
a really good job in the
Aguayo.
center. Yeah.
I've seen Nata Morales a few times. That's number 1. Of course, their really big guy, number 21, the Tank, has deflected more than his fair share of balls.
Mm-hmm.
And
He
then
bodies people off the ball, too. He got Caden.
Offensively, 11 and 14, Giovanni Hernandez and Tito Villafana seem to be leading the Bronx offensive effort. And Ferris has his mitts on that one.
Give and go off of Hudson. Jason has the ball again. Lots of space.
Long attempted pass to Nichols, intercepted by the defense, but here's Nichols again. Scoops that ball up.
And
Sent out of bounds.
The defense's feet, so it's going to be a throw-in for Glendale Prep. Caden Nichols is fast. Hudson up and over off the head of Sam Squires, but gathered up by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, snatched out of the air.
Headed by Adam Edmiston.
Off the head of Hernandez.
Shot, but very wide.
Yeah, that was Hernandez once again, number 11.
Grant Wright up to Jason Butterworth. Very accurate pass out to Joseph Zakovic-Gibo. Lays it off for Adam Edmiston. Up and over. Rendon has to fight for it. Brought down by Sam Squires. Up and over. Caden Nichols has a shot at it. He shoots right into the defense, and that goes out of bounds, so it's going to be a corner kick.
Looks like Squires is once again going to take the corner kick for GP. All right, here's freshman Sam Squires, hoping for his second goal of the evening.
Headed out of bounds by Bronx defense.
And it looks like he'll get another opportunity here.
We have 5 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first half of the game between Parker and Glendale Prep.
Squires, powerful kick.
All the way across. Joe Sensakovic is there. Gibo.
And out of bounds once again against Parker. Throw in here, looks like Grant Wright to take it.
No, Jake Sensakovic.
Oh,
Gibo.
that was Jake. All right.
I believe so.
All right, there's Grant Wright right there. Cleared out by Bronx defense.
Deflected by Adam Edmiston. Back out to 14. 14 shoots, but is stopped by Jake Sensakovic-Gibo.
Yeah, he grounded that one in short order.
Nice little give and go with his brother. Now Hudson McDonald to Jake
A
Sensakovic-Gibo.
lot of attackers on the GP side here.
Out to Hudson. And
Cleared
that's-
out by Bronx defense.
If Hudson had a left foot shot, he would have a lot of opportunities over there. He seems to be pulling back every time. Joe Sensakovic-Gibo out to the... Well, that gets picked off by the defense. Tyler Page battles for it. Jake Sensakovic-Gibo up to Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Out to Jason Butterworth. A shot on the ground. It bounces off the chest, but scooped up by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he almost lost that one there.
Caden was close.
And looks to be some stoppage in play here. Possible injured player on the Bronx side.
He walks off, though.
Yep, that's always a good sign. Likely that number 8 will come into sub. Because it looks like they only have one substitute player here, if I'm reading this roster right. Lionel Rosales.
Defense kind of bungles that, but Joe Ferris gets it.
Yeah, he's a very defensively minded goalie. It often rushes out to kick balls out, so.
That's off the foot of Jason, so it'll be a white throw in.
All right, it's number 1, Crazy Legs. Mr. Natamura.
Sammy to Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Somehow finds some space, but that's picked off. Jason. Joe up to Hudson Grotti. He's got lots of space in front of him. One coming on hard. Pass, a left-footed pass across, but
Flag on the play.
they're going to call that, I think, offsides. Kaden Nichols must have been offsides, come back onsides, but it didn't matter. So
right.
even if you come back onsides, but you
If the pass leaves the foot, right? Is that how it works?
right, but at that point he was affecting play. So even if you come back onsides, but you're causing the
Defenders, yeah.
goalkeep to shift to cover you, you're affecting play. So they'll call it anyway because you affected what the goalkeep had to do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, looks like number 2 possibly here, who I don't have on my roster, will take the goal kick instead of the keeper. But it ends up right with Hudson McDonald.
Hudson Grotti is conspicuously absent today.
Yeah, I don't see him on the bench either.
Oh.
Could be any number of things.
Yeah, he's in class today.
No doubt spending his time tonight working on his My Antonia essay instead of playing soccer. That is the only conceivable explanation, I think.
That was really calm-headed of Joe Ferris to take that on one-on-one with number 14.
Like I said, he seems to be really comfortable sort of acting as a 11th, or not 11th, but as a sort of an extra defensive player when called for. He'll come way out of the box and get his foot on stuff.
Very aggressive. It's good.
And Butterworth fighting it out with Hernandez.
Sam Squires pokes the ball up and through to Rendon. Lays that off for Adam Edmiston. Nice give and go right to Rendon and good turn. Forward pass to Caden Nichols, who gets bodied off the ball, but he is down.
And looks like the call probably against Parker there after, well, hold on, clock's running out here.
But if that was in the box, that's a penalty kick.
Yeah,
They have to call that a
what
penalty
remains to be seen is if that was in the box. It looks like it would be.
There's 1 second left in this first half.
And yes,
Yep,
here
they're
goes
walking it.
the official is heading out to the 11-meter mark. Who do you think they're going to select to shoot? Is that Jacob Rendon? And Jay Rendo to take the shot for GP. I've never seen him do this before. This is exciting. All right, so sophomore Jacob Rendon.
And that's
And
scooped up by the
keeper gets his mitts on it. Yep. And that's half time.
In the first half, votes with the score being Griffins 5, Broncos 0.
All right, the score as it stands right now is 5 goals for the Glendale Preparatory Academy Griffins and 0 goals for the Parker High School Broncs of Parker, Arizona. Give us the scoring recap, Ms. Roeger.
Yeah, so in the 6th minute of the game, Tyler Page wove his way through the defense of Parker High School and just put one away. No assists, just he did it all on his own. 7 minutes in, so 1 minute later, Jason Butterworth on a set piece just had a beautiful shot from the outside, and that went in, as we're told, unassisted. Then 1 minute later, J.R. Valenzuela took the ball through the center and scored. Then, in the 17th minute, J.R. had a beautiful pass across the mouth of the goal, and that was put away by Sam Squires. And then, a few minutes later, the 25th minute, Jason Butterworth scored his second goal, weaving his way through the center again. So the score stands at 5-0 in favor of Glendale Prep, and this is halftime.
Yep. And at this time, we'll go to commercial. We will be back when the second half begins.
I'm Miss Roeger.
And I'm Mr. Weed.
Ms. Nycala, that parent communique, I sent it 2 days ago. It's going out today?
Today.
We're going to get it done.
Yes, I'm on it.
I know you have a lot on your plate, but it's important.
Okay, I'll be on that.
I smell popcorn. Do you smell that?
No. Maybe it's your mask?
My mask?
Okay, thank you.
Not again.
Here, let me help.
Oh, thanks.
Why don't you get a GP tote bag, just $10 from the front office to hold all your books?
That does sound like a good idea. Thanks again. I finally won't have to worry about dropping my books. Sometimes I wish we didn't have to wear masks. They're so itchy and boring. Wait, what's that sound?
Don't worry, I'm here to help. You can get your very own Griffin mask. Just go ask Mr. Garrison and bring $10. Plus, it helps support Glendale Prep.
That's great, but I don't have any money.
That's disappointing.
Wait, I have 2 nickels and a dime. Now, just how to get those dollars.
Hi Griffins, I'm Maddie Foreman and I am on the soccer team here at GP. I'm reaching out to let you all know that you can support my team as well as all of the other athletes at our school by giving your Arizona State tax credit to our school. By giving your tax credit, it helps so many things, such as keep our participation fees low, helps pay for uniforms, sports equipment, and even buses to our away games. So I encourage you to please give your tax credit to our school. The athletic team thanks you.
Did you hear that noise?
What? Huh? What
Yeah,
noise?
it sounded like
What noise?
someone's watching a game. Are you
Oh,
watching it?
No, I got a lot to do, so it's not me. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. It's
Okay.
not- I got a lot going. I got a lot to do, so.
Okay, I'll see if there's someone down here.
Hello there. I know what you must be thinking. Why does he have all these items? Well, because I'm an avid Griffin fan. This is Griffin Sportsnet, and Mr. Navarrete here, excited to take you away from the action and talk to you a little about something that's on my mind. Students, have you completed your homework? Is there anything you forgot to do? And I don't want you to do it right now because we're about to get back to the action. But remember, do your homework. And keep cheering. Because if I was watching, if I was out there, I mean, refs would say, "Oh, stop the game, who is this guy?" Autographs.
Hey, Mr. Navarrete.
Yeah, what's going on?
Did you get that email with the new observation schedule?
Oh yeah, I'll check it out right now.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll get right back to you.
All right, great.
All right.
Educate.
Hello and welcome back to Glendale Prep Stadium. We are hosting Parker High School. This is a varsity boys soccer game. Again, between Parker High School Bronx and your Glendale Prep Griffins. As we're starting the second half of this varsity region game, the score stands at 5 Griffins, 0 Bronx. Parker kicks off, plays back to their defense, deflected by Jason Butterworth, up to JR, out to the outside, but just a little bit too much for Sam Squires to get there. Jason into the center to JR, but good shot, but way wide. Looks like Dante Gonzalez on the Glendale Prep side is wearing a sling on his arm and is playing ball boy for us tonight. So he's here, involved, still part of the team, but injured for now. That's a shot by Jason Butterworth, and it just goes right over, barely over. Beautiful shot, though. It's a quarter of the field out. Brought down, or headed by Jason Butterworth. Jason has just been all over the field tonight, playing a stellar game. Hudson McDonald battling for the ball on the outside, goes out of bounds. They're going to call it a white ball, though, white throw-in. It's a bad throw, but they didn't call it. Joe Sensakovic-Kibo, not really sure what he was intending there. It's going to be a white throw-in. Long throw by the defense. Jake pokes the ball through. Hudson McDonald out to Sam. Sam to Caden. Caden battles through. A shot by Sam Squires, and that finds net.
Sammy Squires with the goal.
All right, that was beautiful. Sam Squires, that's his second goal of, let's see, I think that's his second goal. Yes, second goal. He scored in the first half off a pass by JR. This one, beautiful, bounces around. Caden Nichols couldn't get a shot off, and Sam put it away. Through the crowd, just tucked into the corner. Textbook. Sam battles through 2 defenders, 3 defenders. Pressure. Joe Sensakovic-Gibo making his way down the side. A through ball. There's a lot on that ball. Just too much for Caden Nichols. Will be a goal kick for the Bronx. Sam Squires up to Caden Nichols, turns the ball. JR shot, but scooped up by the goalkeeper. Couple bounces. Number 11 on Parker. Looked like a attempt at a through ball, but it goes way too fast and no one on the other side. That'll be a goal kick for the Griffins. It looks like Jason Butterworth is helping Joe take off his gloves. Joe Ferris, goalie switch. Looks like Jason Butterworth is going to be goalie. Some questioning of it from the parents below. Let's say a parent below. Joe Ferris takes the field as a field player. Looks like he's going to be playing some mid. No, he's taking the bench. Hopefully he'll get some playing time. Jake all the way up. I think that's Grant. Grant to Jay. Nope, that's Caden. It's getting harder to see. It's going to be a free kick. Quick turnaround. A shot, and that rolls. Jason Butterworth scoops that up in the goal. Punt into the center. It's going to be a foul against, I think, number 23 on the defense against Jacob Brendan. Jacob's fine. Joe Sensakovic-Kibo is going to take the kick. Beautiful kick into the center. And Rendon puts that away. Beautiful. That, again, a free kick by Joe Sensakovic-Gibo sends the ball into the center, bounced around. Jake Sensakovic-Gibo had a shot at it, bounces around, and Jacob Brendan put it away for the 7th goal of the night, his first. Tyler Page out to Grant Wright. Grant to Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Sam Squires, and that goes off of number 8 on the Bronx. Joe Sensakovic-Gibo finds the center, draws back. That shot goes off of a defender's foot. Attempt in the middle by, that looks like Joe Ferris, actually. Bronx moving the ball up. Sends it into the middle. Have a shot. It bounces off Adam Edmondson, but Jason Butterworth collects the ball as goalkeeper. Another good punt. JR to Caden Nichols. Joe Ferris putting some pressure on the defense, and the defense sends that out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in. Joe Ferris taking the throw in. Joe Ferris not really sure what he's supposed to do. All right, Hudson McDonald going to take that throw in. So just to clarify and bring everybody up to speed, Jason Butterworth has switched with Joe Ferris. So Jason is now in the goal. Joe
Unbelievable.
Ferris.
I've never seen this before.
No, me either.
Does he even know how to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's done fine so far.
Well, did Butterworth play club goalie at some point, or?
No, he's just athletic. He'll be fine.
All right.
Beautiful cross by Joe Sensakovic-Gibo, but that can't be brought down by the Glendale Prep Griffins. Number 8 into the center. Number 11 collects it, passes across the center. That's going to be a foul called on Kaden Nichols. So 3 minutes into the second half, Sam Squires scores, and then 3 minutes later, Jacob Brendan scores.
Oh, Brendan with his first goal of the season at home. Very exciting for him.
Yeah.
All right.
It was pretty. He did a good job. Tyler Page out to Grant Wright. Grant turns it beautifully. He's got a lot of pressure. Oh, and loses it. He's rushing back. And that's played out of bounds by Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Jake Sensakovic-Gibo putting some pressure on. And that's out of bounds. It's going to be a white throw.
Yeah, which number is that over there? Is that number 7?
I can't see any of the white
Yeah, they're
numbers.
After the sun failed us here, it's become very challenging to read the Parker Bronx numbers.
It's headed out of the center. And Edmiston with the heavy pressure, and that's out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick.
All right, Jason Butterworth in goal. Butta.
Taking his own goal kick.
Looking for Sensakovic-Gibo, but it bounces up to J.R. Valenzuela.
Joe again, out to Sam Squires. Sam through and up.
Here's J.R. rushing in. And good save by the keeper, Pepe Villafana.
Good strike, though.
He looked like he was a bit far back in the goal there. Could have come out a bit farther, but in the end, he made that save. So,
yeah. Joe Ferris.
Here's another attempt. Caden Nichols rushing in. Oh, and it's bouncing. But he snatched from tragedy right there. I know, to close one. Squires hunting that one down. Fighting it out with, well, it really could be anyone. 2, 8, 6.
I think it's 8.
Well, we don't have an 8 or a 6 or a 2. Well, it could be 8. Lionel Rosales. So.
Throw in will be Joe Sensakovic-Gibo taking the throw. JR. Caden Nichols. And he can't quite get a shot off. Defense too tough. Definitely feel the difference now that Jason's not in the center, right? There's just huge gaps without Jason.
Yeah, besides his goals, he certainly has been a playmaker for this entire game, and pretty much every game. It's like a penalty called, or a foul called against GP.
Yeah, against Jake Sensakovic-Gibo, they'll get Bronx will get a free kick.
kick by Parker there.
A shot bounces off people and Tyler Page clears
it out. Joe Sensakovic-Gibo.
There's not a lot of possession happening, just a lot of kicking and redirecting the ball.
Yeah, it looks like a foul here called against the Bronx. Tyler Page likely to kick, though. No, here comes Butterworth. And what can't he do? Taking a free kick here as goalie. If Jake SG can ever get his shoe tied. All right, Ferris.
Takes practice. Ferris through ball to Caden.
Nichols, here comes Nichols. And
he
a
puts it
textbook
away.
shot into the corner of the goal, putting the score is now 8 Griffins, 0 Bronx. Is that Nichols' first one tonight? I want to say it is.
Tyler, Jason, JR, Sam, Jason. Yep, it's his first. Sam.
All right, so he's still trailing Butterworth in terms of overall goals scored, but he just went up by 1, so he's right behind him.
A shot, but it goes up and over, bouncing off the
Field goal post, which will be called out of bounds. Goal kick for GP here. And it's JB. Big kick. Looking for Jacob Rendon, but it ends up with Sam Squires. Okay, Nichols trying to get around number 23. That's Ramon Hernandez. Epithet wounded knees. Wonder how you got that one. That's almost Homeric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
All right, big run by Parker here.
Shot, but wide.
Yeah, good power on that, but inaccurate.
Hudson McDonald into Jacob Rendon. Turns the ball.
Sensakovic-Gibo stumbling around.
Good pressure on him. Joe back out to Hudson.
Yeah, the field feels a little bit emptier without Hudson Grotti, who is an essential part of the GP offense. But here's McDonald.
Into the center.
Ferris, shot on goal by keeper Joe Ferris. How often do you see that?
Good pass by Hudson McDonald into the center. Tyler Page clears it out of bounds.
Looking for Hudson McDonald.
Lots of pressure by Hudson. Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. Joe out to the outside looking for Sam Squires, but he had pulled back, fallen back.
Squires. And he biffs the kick, ends up out of bounds. Throw in there by number 9, the Monk, Bajorquez.
A little bit of a physical play there with Tyler Page.
Yeah, do you think you
No
would have
call.
called that if you were a ref?
No, I just watch the two of them, make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And that's a handball.
Handball called against Parker. Free kick for GP. Looks like Tyler Page will take this one. All the way up to Joe Sensikovich-Gibo. Out to Squires. Squires maneuvering his way around attackers, and here is Nichols once again. Nichols shot on goal into the corner, exact same place as before. Goal. And that'll tie him up with Jason Butterworth, a total of 8 goals this season. Yeah, Nichols is a weapon if you let him get ahead of the defender.
Yeah.
He's real fast.
He's very fast, and
Yeah.
he has a calm head under pressure, and he can find. He just makes the shot, the easy shot, right? Not easy, but simple. It's not easy.
So that he doesn't, yeah.
Doesn't overcomplicate things.
Yeah, no fancy stuff.
Just goals.
And the score is now 9-0. Tell me again about the mercy rule. Is that if there's a deficit of 8, the game gets called in the 20th minute
so.
remaining?
Right.
All right.
Might only have 2 minutes left.
All right, Parker looking to score here. Page clears it out and gives the ball to the horses. Actually, I think that one still ended up on our side of the fence, hopefully.
They spend a lot of money on soccer balls.
I think those horses next door could do with a beautiful Adidas regulation ball. It's been a tough year for horses, too, with coronavirus.
Was it $20 per ball, something like that?
Well, that sounds affordable, though.
That's not bad.
Okay.
You just don't want to lose 4 or 5
It's true.
of them.
It's just like throwing away Andrew Jackson's at that point.
As one does.
Yeah, as you do. All right, here's Parker. Deflected out by whoever that was. That was Tyler Page, yeah. The 6s and the 8s start looking so similar in the dark. Jake Sensikovich-Gibo looking for Rendon. That's cleared out by... I want to say it's Malcolm Elmer because his nickname is Rabid Dog, so that it bears repeating.
Yeah.
So
we'll give him the credit.
I wonder how he picked that one up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each of these Parker players has a backstory.
Yeah.
They all sound pretty interesting. Beto Shinsplints Laraga, Ezra the Tank Martinez. I think that one speaks for itself. He is a tall defender.
Yeah, broad.
A big man. Brian the Monk Bajorquez, we already talked about that one. Ramon Wounded Knees Hernandez, and that's my favorite, I think, personally. Yeah. Wounded Knees. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on there. Rabid Dog Elmer. Fancy Hands Aguayo. I wonder if he doing some, what was that Argentinian player who deflected one in with his hands? If you ever hear about this Hand of God?
The Hand of God.
Maybe this Jose Aguayo is into some similar shenanigans.
Is that Maradona?
Yeah, Diego Maradona, that's the name. Nada Crazy Legs Morales. Tito Lilman Villafana. Doesn't look so Lil from up here. He's been one of their best offensive players this game, number 14. Giovanni Suavecito Hernandez.
That was a foul against Jake Sensikovich-Gibo. Good sportsmanship after the play, though.
Well, if the foul was against him, why does he get a kick?
Sorry.
Oh, you mean it was called? He was wounded. He was the victim.
He was.
I see. Really, Jake was the victim?
Yeah.
Usually the perpetrator.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Big kick by Joe. Oh, almost into the net, but the goalie had his hands on that one. So that was otherwise a gorgeous shot.
Beautiful, yeah.
And Rendon using his face in new and creative ways. Oh, what's the call here? And it looks like full time is called prematurely, 19 minutes and 51 seconds into regulation time, because the score is 9 in favor of the Griffins and 0 in favor of the Parker Bronx, thus bringing the game to an end under the mercy rule. So, Ms. Royer, talk us through the goals tonight.
Well, there were, 5 goals in the first half. The first scored by Tyler Page coming from the defense.
Right,
all
that
the
was
way up.
probably the most impressive
That
one. Yeah.
I don't
well,
know.
I don't know. The Jason Butterworth one was good too, but
That was the second one.
I just haven't
1
seen
minute
Tyler
after.
Page score before,
Yeah, no,
especially like that.
That was beautiful and
All
like,
right.
a highlight, I think, of probably of his junior year.
Yep.
Jason Butterworth, a beautiful set play, and he put it away. JR scoring a minute after that.
Mm-hmm.
Then JR again with a pass across the front of the net, and Sam Squires put that away. Jason,
Are you sure that wasn't Jason Butterworth on the second one? Wait, we're on the.
We're now on the
You
fourth
said JR twice in a row.
So JR passed.
Oh, he
across
was the passer.
Yeah,
Got
he
it. Okay.
He got the assist across, and Sam Squires put that away.
Okay.
And then with 15 minutes left in the first half, Jason Butterworth got his first goal of the game. Then in
Jason Butterworth, isn't that his? Wait, hold on.
That was his first one.
I thought Butterworth was the one who kicked that really long.
You're right.
Yeah,
That's
so that's
the
the
second
second one. All right.
We don't know what's going on. All right, well, let's go to the second half. Second half, 3 minutes in, Sam Squires, beautiful shot.
Okay.
Through traffic, right into the corner of the net.
So that's his second goal of the game there.
Right, 6 minutes in, Jacob Rendon, off of kind of a garbage goal, puts the ball away with authority.
Likely his first goal of season. Certainly his
I'll
first
have
at
to
home.
look at Max Krebs.
He usually plays defending mid or defender?
Defending mid,
Yeah.
outside mid, something like that. 14 minutes in, Caden Nichols scores his first, and then just 4 minutes later, he scores his second, putting the score at 9-0 in favor of the Griffins.
Yep, and at the very end, Joe Sensakovic-Gibo almost picking up a 10th one with a very long shot off a free kick, but stopped by the keeper.
Yeah.
All right, so player of the game on the Griffins side, who do you think?
Jason Butterworth.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Indispensable. You can play any position on the field, even goalie.
Yeah.
And no play seems to happen without him.
Right, just a lot of energy on the field. I think he really
Good command presence for sure.
drives the other players, and just earns that captain band right there.
Okay, on the Parker Bronx side, who do you like?
There's just a number of people that played good games.
Mm-hmm.
I saw 11 a lot. He was on our side, so maybe that's why I
it's
noticed him a
our
lot.
weak eyes and nearness. So that's Jovani Suavecito Hernandez.
In the center, I think number 7.
Sure.
stood out.
Fancy hands, Jose Aguayo.
Yeah.
I also noticed too. Who was it? Number 14, Villafana, was on a lot of plays as an attacker, and then number 21, Ezra Martinez, on a lot of defending plays. So.
And then you have to. I mean, you always have to shout out the goalkeeper.
Sure. He took a lot of pressure in this game, and it never stopped. So.
Yeah.
Some good saves for sure. That was Pepe Villafana, likely brother of Tito. And honorable mention to Brian the Monk Bajorquez, because he had some good attacking plays, but just for the name alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job for that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it for us tonight. This is one of our final home soccer games.
Yeah.
This might be the last guys' home soccer game here.
I think next Tuesday.
One more. Okay, did we already see the final girls' game then?
No, next Tuesday.
Okay, so we got it. Okay, there's a double. We're still safe then. All right.
Yeah, come back.
In any case, like, share, subscribe. We have other sporting events on Griffin's Sportsnet. Tune in for those too. And especially make sure to tune in next week for the last varsity games of the season at home.
Right. And we'll see if we can make playoffs. It's looking good for the
girls.
Lady Griffins. Yeah.
Maybe not so good for the guys.
Yeah, no.
But is there still a chance?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. In any case, have a great night.
Hi Griffins, I'm Maddie Foreman and I am on the soccer team here at GP. I'm reaching out to let you all know that you can support my team as well as all of the other athletes at our school by giving your Arizona State tax credit to our school. By giving your tax credit, it helps so many things, such as keep our participation fees low, helps pay for uniforms, sports equipment, and even buses to our away games. So I encourage you to please give your tax credit to our school. The athletic team thanks you.